Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to create a look using some new products that Too Faced just came out with. They sent me the biggest PR package and I'm so grateful for everything they sent. So I wanted to incorporate some of the products in this look. Too Faced just launched their Glitter Bomb palette and I wanted to use this in this video. I heard some pros and cons to this palette, so I wanted to give it a try for myself. And there are so many beautiful colors in here and there's just a lot to play with. They also launched their Melted Liquid Latex lip collection, which I was so pumped for. Like, I was dying to try them and I absolutely love them. I am so obsessed with like a glossy lip, so I incorporate that, of course, in this look, and I chose this really beautiful red. So if you guys want to see how I created this look using some new products from Too Faced, then just keep watching. I'm starting off with a color from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, and this is Peaches and Cream, which is a nice matte off-white color that I like to use underneath my eyes to keep it natural but also brighten. The next color I'm going to use is Puree, which is a nice warm matte brown, and I'm just applying this with a fluffy blending brush into my crease for a transition color. I just wanted to warm up my crease, so I'm going to use Summer Yum from the Sweet Peach palette, and it's kind of like a rusty matte brown, and I'm just going to apply this in my socket to add a little bit more shape and definition to my eye. Now I'm going to start to carve out my crease to prep for the cut crease that I'm going to create on my lid, and I just like to use an eyeshadow primer that has a slight tint to it, and that will give me kind of a rough draft of where I want to cut my crease. Now I'm going to take some of the Too Faced glitter glue, and this was actually my first time using it, and I'm just going to apply this with a flat concealer brush all over my lid before I apply the glitter. Now I'm taking the beautiful Too Faced Glitter Bomb palette, and I'm taking It's On Eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pat that on with a flat concealer brush on top of that glitter glue. And I just kept layering this eyeshadow on until I got the intensity that I wanted. Now I'm working with the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm going to take the color Cocoa Chilli, which is a nice dark brown with hints of shimmer in it, and I'm just going to use this in the outer corners to smoke up the look. Then I'm going to take an angled eyeshadow brush just to diffuse those edges in my crease. This is the Too Faced Sketch Marker in the color Black, and I'm going to use this to create a bold wing liner. And of course, for the mascara, I'm going to use the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and just apply a couple coats to my top lashes. And for this look, I'm going to use the Time Los Angeles Luxury Lashes in SWAGNER. This is the Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer. I've been using this for a while. I love the scent of it, and it's a great prep before foundation. Now I'm going to use the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. I currently use the color Sand, and I just like to apply this all over my face first, and then I blend it in with this amazing crown brush that I'm totally obsessed with. It's the best for applying foundation, and it just makes the foundation go on like it's airbrushed. To conceal and brighten underneath my eyes, I'm going to take the Born This Way concealer by Too Faced, of course, and I'm applying this under my eyes and on my chin, and then I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Now I'm going to take the Billion Dollar Brow Butter in the color Taupe, and I didn't think Taupe was going to work for me, but I actually love it. It's a great universal color, and I just like to brush it through my brows. And to top it off, I'm going to use the Too Faced Brow Quickie in the color Universal Brunette, and I love the fibers that comes in this brow product. It just makes your brows look nice and thick. I like to let my concealer set a bit, and once it's done setting for a few minutes, I like to go back with a translucent setting powder just to keep everything in place, and usually it's going to be a banana powder to keep that area nice and bright. And then I'm going in with one of my setting powders for all over my face. This is actually from Pop Beauty, and this will just make my face nice and matte and give me just a hint of color. Now I'm just going to finish up the eyes, but I'm going to put some primer underneath first. And I'm going in with that dark shadow that I used in the crease just to add a little bit of warmth underneath the eye area and smoke everything out. And I decided I wanted to play with another glitter, and this is Work It from the Glitter Bomb palette, and I'm just going to apply this right underneath my lashes, more towards the center of that eye area. Now I'm going to play with the Brightening Base, and I'm going to apply this around the inner corners of my eyes before I layer a shimmery glitter on top. And the glitter I'm going to use is Fairy Dust, which is like kind of a shimmery white, and I'm just going to use this to brighten the inner corners of my eyes. Last but not least, to finish up my eyes, I'm going to apply a few coats of the Better Than Sex mascara. Next, I'm going to use the Chocolate Soleil bronzer from Too Faced. This smells amazing, and you can see I hit pan, so I use this quite a bit. And I'm just going to apply this to the top of my forehead, my temples, in the hollows of my cheeks, and under my jaw for some definition and color. Then I'm going to apply a bronzer in the hollows of my cheeks for some definition to bring out my cheekbones. Now I'm going to work with a Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow palette, and I'm taking the blush and I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks for a little hint of shimmer and a peachy glow. Then I'm going to use this highlighter, and I'm going to apply this on the tops of my cheeks, also on my nose and on my Cupid's bow for an all-over glow. I decided I wanted to do a red lip, so for any red lip, I always recommend lining your lips first. This will just give more definition to your lips and a guide to apply the red color. So this is the new Melted Latex High Shine Lipstick, and this is in the color I'm Bossy. I love the formula of these. They're super glossy, they smell good, they're great consistency. They're more on the thicker side, but in a good way. And I loved how this color complemented the gold on my eyes. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I will list all the products I used down below. A big shout out to Too Faced for always believing in me and sending me some amazing products. I love you guys, and I love you guys who are watching me right now. Thank you for all your support, and I will, of course, see you guys in the next video.